Okay.
I'm just saying we're going to the next level, right?
Right.
You got to eat the pellet. You got to get to the next level. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah, that was in the marriage. The it's not really. I wasn't specifically saying about eating a pellet. I was just saying that the women need to give the men more head, because for some reason or another, men that seems to be a very motivating factor for the men. All right.
I will agree with that. That is a motivating factor for sure.
All right. Okay. Well, we on the same page, or we in the same video game. Okay.
We're coloring in the same coloring book here.
Yes. All right. Good. So, what I was using the analogy about the power pellets is that since men are more motivated, that's what I mean. It gives you more motivation to participate in the relationship and say more cooperate in the relationship, because when men are getting head, they're more pleasant. Their head is more clear. They're not so focused on needing or wanting or the desire of getting head if you're already giving it to them, right?
That's a good point.
All right.
That's an excellent point.
So many times when women want the men to cooperate, but they're not giving them that what they need that'll help them cooperate. The women thinking, I'll withdraw. I mean, not withdraw. What you call that? They be holding out. You know, they be holding out.
Mm-hmm.
And they be saying, well, I ain't gonna give him no sex, or I ain't gonna give him no head or whatever like that, because I'm mad at him and he ain't cooperating. But it's the opposite, actually the opposite way around. If you give the man more head, then he might cooperate.
That's right.
That's right. Always.
That's right.
So you're a man, I'm sure you agree with that.
I agree 110%.
All right.
I think you're speaking words of wisdom here today.
Absolutely.
This is real talk.
Real talk. And now, hang on tight now. I hope you got your rope. You can hang on tight.
I'm white knuckling it.
All right. Because it's going to get deep. A lot of men want pleasure. All right. And you have every right to want pleasure, because whether you believe in the Bible or not, I know I'm only speaking because I'm speaking to more than just people, secular people. I'm speaking to the Christians as well, and they seem to have more problem with the sexual issue, because for some reason they think it's immoral when the Bible says that it's more moral when you're married. But people know, they have that mentality that sex is bad. So when it comes to Christian relationships, a lot of times their sex life is horrible. All right. So this is why I'm pointing out about the scripture to help the Christians out. Okay.
Right. And I think it's important that you're getting that out there, because I think that's a good point that hasn't been talked about a lot. I mean, let's just bring it out to the surface here. Let's put it on the table. Deal with it. Right.
Exactly. Many of the Christians have this mental block when it comes to sex. Okay. And because our society has painted it, and mainly it's not just the society, it's their religious beliefs that have painted sex as being something dirty and nasty. And so many times the women won't perform oral sex, or they won't give they're not as sexual with their husbands, okay, and stuff like that. And they're wondering, why is he, cheating on me, or why is our relationship, why are we so unhappy, and stuff like that. And so because they don't teach or preach a lot about sex in the church, the Christian, the Christian homes are lacking the intimacy more than secular homes where people may not even be married. They might not even be married. And they might have a better relationship than the so-called Christians that may be morally unioned, and that means shit. When you marry, you lie.
Fully yoked.
You lie.
Fully yoked.
Yes, right. And you license to get it on once you marry. Okay.
Well, that's the time to do it. But that's the problem in today's church. They don't teach you how to eat that pellet and level up.
That's right. And
that ain't what they're talking about in church.
That's right. I've even met a man that cause I used to be on the streets kind of, and I didn't sell women, but I had females that they sold their body, and it was a preacher that had came to me, and he wanted.
Oh wait, whoa, hold up. Just before I go on, because I don't want people confused out there. You weren't their pimp, but you said you had women that sold themselves. So what do you mean you had them?
When I say had them, usually you got to understand that type of lifestyle. The women will pick people as people think that all pimps or madams go out and pick women to pimp them out or whatever, like sell your body for them. But it really, in actuality, doesn't work that way.
You were more of a manager.
Right. Okay. And many times the women choose you. You don't choose them. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. And so these women would come to me, and they were already selling their bodies. I never turn anybody out or anything like that, because it really just don't work that way. But anyway, they were selling their bodies, and they said, well, KanD, I got this drug habit, and you real good with money. Hold my money for me, or balance it out, distribute it back to me so I can live off of it or whatever like that. So I was really more like that. Right. So anyway, the guy would come to me, and one time this guy, he came to me, and he was a preacher. And I asked him, I say, why are you cheating on your wife? You ain't right like that. I ain't want to get on him too bad, because everybody do wrong. Just because he a preacher don't make him perfect. Okay. But I did.
Oh, this is a customer? This was a customer?
Yeah.
He's a preacher, married preacher.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
All right. Now keep in mind, everybody do wrong. So just because he's a preacher doesn't mean that that makes him flawless. Okay, that my point is not to point out that he was committing a sin, adultery, or whatever. My point was that he was so religiousized in his mind that it made him sin. Because I was going to get to the point of why he wound up asking me for a woman. He wanted a woman not so he can have sex with her. He wanted a woman to give him head, okay? And he said, KanD, I know your female's clean and stuff like that, and I don't want to take nothing back home to my wife. So, hook me up with somebody or whatever like that.
Bingo. She wasn't eating the pellet. That's what the problem was right there.
Exactly. It was my point. But
no one was playing Pac-Man in that house.
Huh? You said no.
I said no one was playing Pac-Man in that. There's no power pellet happening in that house.
But I want you.
He's wanting to play Pac-Man, and she's over there playing Pong. She's back 1978 playing Pong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the point I was getting at was not that it was her fault. He said that he didn't want her to do it. I said, what you mean you didn't want your wife? Because I asked him, I said, why you don't get your wife to do that for you or whatever like that? He said, ew, that's nasty. He said that. He said, I I wouldn't want my wife doing nothing like that. I love my wife. He was so twisted in his mind to think that oral sex was bad that he didn't want to. He was out cheating on her because he had so much. It sounds crazy, but this is the way he was thinking. It might have been even the way he was taught. He thought that if his wife give him oral sex, that he would be defiling her in some type of way. And this is basically stemmed on.
This is a clear-cut case of religification.
Yes.
I think is what the word would be. This is a clear-cut case of I can't even say it. What's the word?
Religification.
Religification. I would agree with that 100%.
All right. So he was so hell-bent on thinking whoever taught him, because, okay, mind you, he's a pastor, but before he could ever become a pastor, you have to be taught by somebody. You have to be mentored by somebody, all right? So somebody had to have taught him that oral sex was wrong. Now, mind you, it's nowhere in the Bible that says that, okay? So somebody must have gotten their own opinions about oral sex and passed it along as if it was sin, okay? So here this man is committing adultery, which is clearly a sin. He's committing adultery because he still wants the oral sex, but he figuring that he's keeping his wife pure by not asking her, getting it from her. All right. So inevitably, the very thing that he's doing to, he's thinking in his mind to keep his marriage pure, he's defiling his marriage with it because of being taught, this bad connotation that's being attached to sex. Okay. And if I tell Christians this all the time, if you think about it, if you believe in the Bible, and I have to keep saying if because we have atheists watching, and they hate for you to mention the Bible, but they got to understand, I'm not just talking to atheists, I'm talking to Christians as well. So I have to speak to them on their level in terms that they can relate to, which is the Bible.
Right. And to be fair, the secular people and the atheist people are most likely the ones that are having some pretty hot premarital sex. I mean, they're not having a problem typically in this area.
Right.
They don't have a problem of religification.
Right.
The one advantage you got to admit they haven't.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they've been playing Pac-Man for years. They already know they're level 10.
We're gonna get on their topic in just a little while when we talk about eating up too many peppers. All right.
All right, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.